Glabinun through you are watching EMTV's COVID-19 awareness program. Students from tertiary institutions will resume classes next week, Monday, and secondary and primary school teachers will also be resuming duties. Now, Bradley, from a circular from the Education Department, apart from those, there'll be normal 5 days of the week, will be the usual 5 days of the week for the classes that will be resuming.
Yeah, Dini, look, due to the current SOE to contain the spread of COVID-19, we have lost 5 weeks of effective teaching and learning, 4 weeks in term 1 and 1 week in term 2. So as a result, we've seen the Education Department coming out clear and announcing that, of course, teachers resume on Monday next week. So this is basically to prepare the lessons for the start, of course, for school. That's the following week, of course, May 4th, as you would see on your screen right now. And of course, like you said, the normal 5 days per week will continue.
Now, I understand there are already ways they've worked out that they'll be using to recoup the lost hours, academic hours from when the suspension started. Yeah,
that's correct. Well, 2 lesson periods have been added on to Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, while Tuesday and Thursday, interestingly, will see 1 lesson period added on to that as well. So teaching and assessment resumes at week 7 of the same week of term 1. So that's interesting to see what measures the Education Department is taking in terms of the start of course, school next week when teachers resume, and after that, of course, when students return as well.
And schools are also required to manage their internal timetables as well to make up for the lost lessons and the lost hours as well.
Of course, as you would see, as you saw earlier on in the graphics that was put up on screen, lost hours. The Education Department is telling schools to make up for the lost hours in the 5 weeks that that we saw the lockdown and also the extension of the SOE. So all in all, the grade and written expression examinations scheduled for is rescheduled for the 18th of May, of course, and of course we are also seeing that the I think teachers in service towards the end of the term 2 has been cancelled because we only have 1 week in terms of the usual 2 weeks at the end of term.
Although schools are encouraged to carry out ongoing in-service for the teachers as well.
Yes, that's correct. That's
in
correct.
Their own individual schools. Now, the minister's advice as well, the government has considered all the implications of the education of our students before it took the decision to suspend and now reopen schools for term 2 on Monday, May 4th. Whilst the government is reopening schools, it is completely necessary for all teachers, parents, partners and stakeholders involved in the education of our children to remain vigilant and lead in the new transition into the new normal, safety orders and health advice to prevent and control COVID-19 in schools and our country. Stay tuned for more on COVID-19 awareness when we return after these short messages. Welcome back. You're watching EMTV's COVID-19 awareness program. The World Health Organization's risk assessment for COVID-19 at the global level is still very high as per statistics they've been receiving from countries. The global statistics for the confirmed cases in the last 24 hours is at 2,544,792 and 175,694 deaths have been reported. Now, to the regional statistics update, the European region has 1,251,458 confirmed cases and 113,336 deaths. Now, the European region is the only region in the world, with over 1 million people infected by the coronavirus. Now, the region of the Americas has 957,402 confirmed cases and 47,812 deaths. The Eastern Mediterranean region reported 144,450 confirmed cases and 6,469 deaths. Now, the Western Pacific region has 137,902 confirmed cases and 5,818 deaths. The Southeast Asian region reported 36,039 confirmed cases and 1,498 deaths. The African region has 16,829 confirmed cases and 748 deaths. Now, the statistics clearly show that the number of people getting infected and dying from COVID-19 continue to increase, and we must continue to take precautions to protect ourselves from COVID-19 and also to stop the spread of this virus.
Yes, Dini Rose, we must continue to practice the prevention measures in place to, stop the spread of this virus. One of these measures we have been emphasizing since the beginning of the ONS program is to wash your hands with soap and water. A simple act that makes a big difference. Dini.
Wash your hands with water. Wasim hand wantaim wara. Apply soap. Putim soap. Rub hands palm to palm. Rabim insait blong tupla hand blong you wantaim. Right palm over left hand with interlaced fingers and repeat for the other. Rabim hand anta blong backside blong naraplahan. Rub palm to palm with fingers interlaced. Wasim namel blong all pinga all sem. Back of fingers to opposing palms with fingers interlocked. Yusim one side hand long wasim one plus side hand. Now walking one kind long nara plus side. Rotational rubbing of left thumb, clasp in right palm and repeat for the right side. Wasim mama pinga olsem. Make sure to scrub your wrist as well. Wasim good wrist too. Rinse hands with water. Using wara long wasim soap long hand. Dry hands thoroughly with a single-use towel. Cleaning wara long hand, one time one pla clean pla towel or hap lap lap. Your hands are now safe. All hand blong you now is stop clean.
Look, a friendly reminder before we go, keep practicing your hand hygiene by washing your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Wasim good hand all the time, wantaim wara and soap, long makim 20 plus seconds. Now eat healthy, maintain physical distancing and cover your cough or sneeze with a banded elbow or a tissue and dispose of the used tissue properly in an enclosed bin. Now avoid touching your eyes, mouth and nose if your hands are dirty. Get updates as well on COVID-19 from credible sources to avoid misinformation which may lead to fear and panic. Now for more information on COVID-19 update in the country and what the authorities are doing, visit EMTV online website and Facebook page for regular daily updates, and also join our news team for stories stories as they happen. Before we go, EMTV would like to thank the following partners: Protex and Telecom, whose support has made this program possible to inform, educate, make aware, prepare and update Papua New Guineans nationwide on COVID-19. I live now with Reverend Pastor Joseph Walters.
A very good afternoon. Remember the story in Numbers 13 about Moses sending out 12 spies into the promised land. The interesting thing is that these 12 spies saw the same thing. They saw the same land, they saw the same cities that are walled, they saw the same giants, they saw the same grapes, and they brought some back to Moses and everybody else. Yet out of those 12 spies, 10 returned with a negative report. And when you bring a negative report, it actually retrieves all the negatives on the inside of you and can actually work against you. And so when they confessed a negative report, it worked against them. And it was those 10 that never entered the promised land, to the land flowing with milk and honey. Whereas 2 brought a positive report. They said, yes, there are giants in the land, but the land is so good, we can go and conquer and take over. When they said they are giants and we are like grasshoppers, the other 2 said, no, they are bread and butter to us. So can you see the different perceptions and different interpretations of the 12 that saw the same thing, the same place, the same cities, the same giants, and the same grapes, yet different worldviews. Today I pray that whatever you see around you and hear of, and the things that are going around, what is your position? Will you be positively believing God and trusting in Him and seeing positive results? Or you'll be one of those negative people that speak negative and only expect the negative to happen? I pray that you'll be amongst Joshua and Caleb company, where God can bless you and use you to bring good report and inspiration to others who are near and dear to you in your area of influence. God bless you today.